Hello YouTube, this is William. Welcome to another video. Thought maybe I would do a pocket dump of what I carry every day. And when I say every day, I think we get the wrong idea about everyday carry, because every day I'm not doing the same thing. None of us really are. I guess well, I say none. I mean, there's an exception to every rule, but there's days that I spend every hour, every second in the shop working. Then there's days that I'm doing yard work, and then there's days that I'll go to town, pick up supplies or whatever I need to do. So when you say everyday carry, it's not all the same, because when I go to town, then I have other things in my pocket. I have, some things that is not readily available, like if I was at the house in the shop. Because in the shop, I have full first aid kits. I have a lot of things because I work with very sharp objects as a knife maker. So I have a lot of the safety equipment readily at hand in the shop that I don't when I'm in town. It's maybe in the car or whatever, but it's not on my person. And so it's a little bit different mindset. And when I go to town, I have a get home bag, because town is about 40 miles one way. So in order for me to get back home, I have a kit. Whatever happens, civil unrest and you can't drive back, or anything, fires, there's a lot of things that could happen that would block your way back home, because where I live, you have to cross a bridge to get to where I live. And they could close that bridge down. The bridges could collapse. There's a lot of things that could happen if you start going through the what if scenarios. And that's what preparedness is you try to think of as many what if scenarios as you can, and plan and have a plan. That's the essence of the Boy Scout mentality of being prepared. It's not that you're wishing calamity. It's not that you're hoping things would go downhill. It's not that. It's being an adult and planning and making sure that you are self-reliant, because folks, help is not coming. We depend on other people too much, I think. We depend on our police. We depend on our fire and rescue people. We depend on our government. We depend on a lot of things that is not as readily available as we are. If you're self-sufficient and educated to take care of yourself, then that is the best scenario. That is the best preparedness that you can be, okay? So I thought maybe I would do a quick pocket dump. Now, this is something that I carry every day in the shop, and I also carry this in town. It's just that when I go to town, I have some additional things, okay? So first of all, I always have a belt. And when I go to town, I have a Wazoo belt that has a cachet and some things in there. But around the shop, I always have a real thick, heavy-duty leather belt. And on that belt, I always have a knife. This is my field lower model. And to me, this, as of right now, is my favorite design of all designs to carry on my belt, okay? And I always have it in this front carry here. It may be, I wear long shirts to cover it up, but I always have a belt knife, okay? So I have that in my pocket. In the other side, I have my cell phone, which I'm using right now, and I also have this little kit called Tough Enough. And I think this is like a 3x4 little kit that it's on Amazon. Just do a search on Amazon. Rough Enough. Okay, I think it's the bear claw or bear paw or something like that. I have these fire tabs. I think that these are fire cord from Wazoo. I get a lot of stuff from Wazoo. Wazoo is a fantastic company. This is a tritium deal, so it glows in the dark. It doesn't have to be primed like a lot of the glow in the dark stuff. It's tritium, So it glows for, I think, 25 years or so. I have that in one pocket. And in the other pocket, I have one of those equalizers. And you guys know what that is right there? It's a size 38, okay? And I just have that in my pocket. And I also have a speed thing in the other pocket over here if I go to town. Now around the shop, I don't have that with me because, you know, anything that comes up here, a varmint or snake or whatever that is a threat, then that usually takes care of, okay? Then in this pocket, I have some earbuds or ear pods, and I think these are anchors or something. They're not iPhones and iPods, but I mean, they get a lot of dust and stuff in them, so I don't buy the real expensive ones because they don't last too long. And I also have in my pocket at all times, this is a prototype of the RST. I think this one was Elf, which has the bottle opener on it when I was playing around with that. And on the back side here, I lasered some etching there so I can actually, see that? It'll file your fingernails if you get a hangnail or something, and that fires out. And so it has a little box opener there, a box cutter, and it sharpens knives. Hear that? Just a couple of strokes on either side. And it has the little rounded side there, so if I'm using a knife that has a little curve in it or something, then it just, man, that is so sharp. That little RST, I tell you what, that was one of the best things that I ever did. And so anyway, we may do some more of those. If it's time to do some more, then put that in the comments below that I need to do some more of those. Keys, of course, and on the key, I have a little O-light, and I don't, it's the CE or something like that, but it comes on when you do the magnet. Now, I'm not really keen on magnets around grinding because I grind a lot of blades, a lot of steel, and these things get caked and it's a pain to keep them clean, okay? Now, on the back side here, I have a multi-tool, which for me, the Victorinox X tool, I think, or Spirit X or whatever it is the one I prefer. I have the one that has the one-handed opening and things like that, but it takes up too much room in my pocket, so I prefer it on my belt. And I also have a Streamlight, a 1AAA, what is this, the micro, or I think it's the micro, but I don't even know what the lumens are on it. But I mean, it's handy because there's always dark corners in the shop, and I'm always grabbing this to see, or most of the times when I get out in the shop, it's dark. So I use this to get out to the shop. And it's just a pouch that I made many years ago. And so, but anyway, let me show you what's in this little pouch, and let me move the camera down so where you guys can see that maybe. Okay, again, it's just a rough enough pouch. Has a little bear paw on it. And the tritium deal here so I can see it in the dark. And a little fire card from, I think it's Wazoo, is where I got these from. But yeah, again, Amazon, and you'll be able to find those. I like this pouch because you can roll it down and really just see what the contents is without, I mean, if it's a clamshell, you know, I just prefer this, okay? And to each his own, I guess. And this one I have, this is actually chapstick, and I use this almost on a daily basis for chapped lips. I have a little mini Bic with a zip tie on it to keep the gas from leaking out. I have this is a Victorinox set of nail clippers with a nail file on here. And again, when you get a hangnail or something in the shop, or and cuticles. I mean, that just destroys your day. So something to take care of that no matter where you're at in the shop or on town or wherever. I have the mini, I think this is the executive SAK. It's got the tweezers and it has the pin, has a little ballpoint pen right there. It's pressurized so you can write anywhere. And there's paper everywhere, folks. I mean, you can get that off the ground or wherever, but at least have a pen with you or a pencil or something of that fact. A little blade, little nail clippers, some scissors, not clippers, but nail file. You guys know what these are. You've seen these. They're everywhere. I mean, for the size, you can't beat them, okay? I have the A-locks. I think this is the 8A, and it's a bright little light, and it has all kinds of deals. I mean, that lay it in the dash of your car to let people know that you're in trouble or there's danger ahead or something at nighttime when it's really dark. But I mean, there's just all kinds of functions on this. And it has another one of those tritium deals on there. And you can get these off of Amazon. A lot of things I get is on Amazon. But I like that little light because it's a great little backup light. I have a squirt, a Leatherman squirt, and you guys have seen those, so there's no need me going through that again. Move that up to where you guys can see it. This is a old chapstick tube that I hollowed out, and it just has some medication in it. It has some allergy medicine, some pain medicine, just Imodium AD, just a lot of things like that is in there, and it's very full. So I got that in there for necessities. And in here I have some spider wire. I think this is like 80-pound test spider wire. It's for repairs. It's for whatever you need string for. It's there. Just got it rolled up on an old card of some type. I don't remember what the card was. Cleaning, flossing. I mean, you know, you go out and you eat a steak. I mean, eat anything. You gotta clean your teeth. So I go through those. I keep a couple of those in there. Here's some quick access Imodium AD, because man, when you get in that problem, you want to take care of that as quick as possible. This is a titanium toothpick, and I grab this one a lot. I mean, I just to cleaning teeth, picking things up, just it's more handy than you know. And again, I got that off of Amazon. I have a Ride in the Rain notepad. This is the small one. I think this is the mini or the micro or something like that. It's just a very small pad. I have a Band-Aid. Gotta have Band-Aids, folks. Have some cash in there. I've got some spectacles with a cleaning cloth wrapped around them. These are the Noble spectacles that you can get off of Amazon, and it's just very compact, because when you got splinters or something and you can't see it, you definitely want to have something like that at hand. And this is just a kind of a survival little pouch that I keep in there. I don't want to open it up, but it has just a 1/8" ferrule rod. It has a blanket pin, a fishing kit from Wazoo that has sinkers, a safety, micro safety pin, needles, sewing needles, fish hooks, just all kinds of little things in there. Has a whistle from Wazoo. Has a small piece of fat wood. Has one of those slivers, tweezers, set of tweezers in there. It's got the real sharp point on there. I've also got a P38 can opener in there, and some tinder, fire tinder, just things in there that you might need if you had to walk home and this was the last kit that you had on you. Your kit was stolen or something, somebody just took it off of you. And the last thing in here is a dude wipe. So that is what I have in my pocket when I am working. That is pocket, that's belt carry. Put this out here. So as a knife maker, this is my loadout, okay? Now, if I'm going to town, I also have this. This is a first aid kit in my pocket that this is the hidden woodsman pocket pouch. And I have a SWAT tee, another knife. This is the SAK field knife, I think, or Tinker. I don't remember what it is, but it's the larger knife, and it's got the little ferro rod in there, some tinder, a glasses screw, saw, scissors, can opener, bottle opener, just all kinds of things. It has a SWAT tee. If you guys want to know what's in this one, then let me know in the comments and I'll go through this. But it's basically a first aid kit and a backup to this. But when I'm going to town, I always have this in my pocket. And folks, if you're an adult male and you don't wear pants with cargo pockets, you're not prepared. What can I say? So anyway, that is it. Other than wallets and handkerchief and things like that when I go to town, this is pretty much I have on me every day, no matter what. Now, when I go to town, I have a get-home bag that has a bigger first aid kit in it. It has a lot of at least a couple of meals, something that can last me for at least one night, because it's going to take me more than one day to get home, walking 40 miles or so. But for the most part, I think that kits should be modular. So depending on the situation, you should have your kit designed for another scenario other than just one, because one kit does not suffice for everything. For instance, when I go to the VA in Houston, I have a different kit than what I have when I go to Lufkin, which is my hometown. So, you have to kind of design your kit around your own needs and think about what if, because what if starts the process of planning. And without a plan, folks, then you're pretty much in deep kimchi. So anyway, I hope this helps and get you to thinking about your own kits, because in this day and age, I mean, you really don't know when or if you're going to need this. I mean, not only natural disasters, but man-made. I think that we're getting into a time that is very unpredictable. Let's just call it that, okay? And I think that every adult, every parent, everyone should think about their situations and what they do in their daily lives and have something that will get them by if there was a disaster, no matter if it's man-made or natural, that can get them by, sustain them. Keep stuff in your car, because that's that's just smart, folks. That's just being an adult. So anyway, appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. You're fantastic. Thank you for all your support. And until the next one, you guys get in the backyard whittling on a stick. Be sure to take a child with you, get the opportunity. And don't forget those plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. And we'll catch you again very soon.